Welcome to RHCSA.GURU. In this lab, we'll explore essential commands and techniques to manage SELinux and enhance your system security. So let's get started. To begin, open VS Code, click on the hamburger menu, navigate to Terminal, and choose New Terminal to open a fresh terminal session. SELinux is a security module integrated into the Linux kernel, designed to enforce access control policies, including mandatory access controls for strengthening system security. SELinux operates in three modes: enforcing, where policies are strictly applied; permissive, where policies aren't enforced but actions are logged; and disabled, where SELinux is turned off entirely. To find the current SELinux mode, use the command get_enforce. While get_enforce shows just the current mode, the seStatus command gives a more detailed overview of SELinux status, including its mode, policy type, and other key details. To view how SELinux is set up to behave on system boot, you can check its configuration file located at /etc/selinux/config. Just use the cat command to read its contents. In the configuration file, look for the line starting with SELinux equals. By default, it's usually set to enforcing, which means SELinux policies are actively applied. If you need to temporarily switch SELinux to permissive mode, where it logs actions without enforcing rules, you can use the command set_enforce0. After making the change, you can confirm the current SELinux mode by running get_enforce again. To switch SELinux back to enforcing mode, where policies are actively applied, use the command set_enforce1. Again, you can confirm the mode change to enforcing by running the seStatus command. To disable SELinux, edit the /etc/selinux/config file and set SELinux equals disabled. You can do this easily with the sed command, using the I option to make changes directly in the file. Reboot your system to apply the changes. If a 502 bad gateway error appears, reload the window and reopen the terminal to continue. Once the system is rebooted, check the SELinux mode again using the get_enforce command, and you'll see that the mode is changed to disabled. To enable SELinux again, edit the /etc/selinux/config file and set SELinux equals enforcing, or use the given sed command with the I option to edit the file in place. Again, reboot the system to apply the changes. When the pop-up appears, click on Reload window. If you encounter a 502 bad gateway error, simply reload the window and reopen the terminal to continue. If you encounter a 502 bad gateway error, simply reload the window and reopen the terminal to continue. Once the system is rebooted, again use the get-enforce command to check the current SELinux mode, and you'll see that the mode has changed to enforcing. SELinux has two main concepts: labeling, which assigns a label containing user, role, type, and level to files or processes, and type enforcement, which controls access based on these types. Check if the SSHD service is running to verify the SELinux context for the service. To exit from the output, simply press Q. Since the SSHD service is running, check the label of the /etc//SSH directory using the ls/z command. The output will display labels in the format of user, role, type, level. Focus on the fifth column to identify the directory's type. Use the ls/dz command to check the label of the /etc//SSH directory itself. Unlike lz, which shows labels for files inside the directory, dz will display the label of the directory only. Since SSH runs as sshd_t, use ps-z to check the process label. The z option shows the security context, and the first column will display the sshd_t type. SELinux also assigns labels at the socket level. To check the socket label, use the netstat tnlpz command. The T option shows TCP connections, N uses numeric addresses, L lists listening sockets, P shows the process, and Z displays the security context. The semanage command manages SELinux policies. Specifically, semanage context handles file context mappings. To view the current file context mappings, run semanage context L. In SELinux, a Boolean is a setting that can be enabled or disabled to control specific security features. To view all the available Booleans and their current status, use the command getSable_a. To check the status of a specific Boolean, such as SSH use TCPD, use the getSable command. By default, this Boolean will be off. To enable a Boolean, use the setSable_p command followed by 1 to turn it on. To disable a Boolean, use the setSable_p command followed by 0 to turn it off. You can also use the semanage Boolean command to list, enable, or disable Booleans. To view all available Booleans, run semanage Boolean L. To view error messages related to SELinux, use the journal_to command. Press Q to exit from the output. To change the type of a file or directory, use the chcon command with the T option to specify the desired type. For example, to set the type of the /etc//SSH directory to httpd_sys_content_t, run the command chcon thttpd sys content t/etc//ssh. To verify the type of the /etc//SSH directory, use the ls/dz command to check its label. To revert the /etc//SSH directory back to its original type, use the restore-con-v command. Again, to confirm the type of the /etc/SSH directory, use the ls-dz command and check its label. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the lab. Don't forget to mark it as completed.